Hello, hello, it's Tash and Ro.
Welcome to or welcome back to
It's Saturday,
your personal self-care pod where you can escape the work week and unwind with your two besties.
no matter what day of the week it is, but for us, it's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, long time no see.
Literally like 2 days. Or one day?
We had just yesterday, Monday.
Just yesterday. Man, we're both exhausted because it was like go weekend.
I'm really glad it's not just me. Like, I've talked to Alex Marcinkowski, who was visiting, and like Matt. I'm like, dude, like, I'm so tired. Like, are you guys tired? And they're both like, dude, I'm freaking exhausted. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not coming down with something. Like, it's just social battery was so low. Like, so great. All this like amazing things happened this weekend, but so tired.
Yes. It's just like sometimes you need like a week to recover from like this many social events back to back. You know what I mean?
Because it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had Monday to like pause and do some chores, and
Yeah.
then I feel like I have such a busy week ahead, and then we're going away this weekend again, but we're lucky.
Yeah.
We got so many fun things going on.
I know every time I'm like complaining to my mom about how busy I am, she's like, these are all fun things.
Yeah.
Like,
oh
like,
no, you have to go to
no.
Muskoka. Oh no, you gotta go to Vegas.
She's like, oh no, you have so many weddings. I'm like, okay, you're right.
It's true. We should not.
Yeah. Okay, so Friday we had Beer Fest, which was
Oh my gosh,
so much fun. This is definitely just an annual thing now, and hopefully they don't get canceled because I love it. It's like one of my favorite events.
Well, it sounded like they were sold out the Friday when we went, so I guess they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
So people just need to volunteer. Shout out to Orleans community.
Yeah. Shout out to Kevin who hooked it up.
Kevin, our boy. We made a Beer Fest a reel, and then Kevin hooked us up with some tokens, which is the best trade ever.
And it was funny because at first we're like, okay, you gave us some tokens, but then our friends Vic and Pat got there and they literally couldn't buy tickets at the door because they were completely sold out of tickets. And our boy Kevin helped us out, and I was like, you know what, this is why we do the pod, just for like little things,
those little
like
perks
this.
like that.
Like, it's not for the money, it's more for like just like little like connections and people that we know. So honestly, that was like, it was so nice to be able to get them in. I mean, they still had to buy a ticket, but it was nice to like, at
but
least,
still
like, be able to bring them in.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You know?
It was so fun. We had every year our crew gets bigger and bigger. Like the first year I feel like there was like 6 of us, and then last year we had like maybe 8 or 10, and this year there was like almost 20 of us.
It's crazy because the first year me and Fauzi went on the Friday, just us two, because we like drove by it and we saw like signs, Beer Fest this way, and we're like, what is this? We literally just went up and we're like, wait, this is kind of cool. Then we invited you guys the Saturday, and we went, all of us, the Saturday, and then that's how we kind of like started this thing. But it was just funny because I was looking at him when we were there, and I was like, remember when we just like stumbled upon this thing? Like, and now
I stumble upon all these things, I swear to God.
And now there's like all these people here, and it was really fun. But
it was really fun. The food is always so good as well, and I had a couple like really cool mixed drinks that I really liked. I had like a maple sour or something. I think it was like a sweet and sour kind of vibe, and it was so yummy. And like the bartenders were just slaying back there. Like,
honestly, even if you don't like beer, like they were making so many different cocktails. Yeah. We missed the band though. So
dude, how did this happen? Like this night went by like that so fast. Like we're drinking. And the thing about Orleans Beer Fest too is every year I've run into people that I haven't seen in so long, like literally years, that like I used to be really close with. So I spend so much time like chatting with them, catching up, and then that happened like times 10 this year. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, Beer Fest is over, like 11 p.m. everyone has to go.
And I literally walked up to the stage because I saw like some band people standing there, and I was like, okay, when are you guys gonna perform? And they're like, we just performed, like we're done. And I was like, what?
I feel like the music must have been way lower because there's no way we wouldn't have heard Disco Inferno blasting their tunes.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but like we were having too much fun. It's not a bad thing.
C'est la vie.
But
no, it was really fun. And you had a really cute pre-drink this year. We played some beer pong, played some games.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was just good vibes.
The weather was like, we were kind of like, oh, what's going to happen? Is it going to rain? Because it was raining, then sunny, then raining, then sunny.
Dude, this whole weekend was so bipolar. Like I literally wore a jacket all day today. Like I wore like my like Lululemon like winter like ending into spring jacket because it was so cold today. I don't like that.
I don't like it. It's June. But no, it was really fun. And then Saturday was like prep for the bridal shower.
Blew up a lot of balloons.
Blew up a lot of balloons.
Figured out how to make a circle out of a bunch of pieces. It was a lot harder than we thought it was going to be. But I really liked it. I like the circle instead of like an arch.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to switch it up. I feel like we all are doing balloon arches, or we have like the beautiful like backdrop that like Farzad has made some of us. But this one was just like a little circle.
It was different.
Cute.
It was cool. I really liked it too. Yeah, doing that is like such an art. We were like standing there. We're like, and then none of us knew how to use that balloon pump thing except for Roxanne, her friend Roxanne.
Oh, yeah, and Sherry.
And Sherry. And we're like, what is this? Like, it's from the dollar store. We literally couldn't figure it out. And then
I was just convinced that every balloon pump I've ever bought just was defective and didn't work. So I was like, these don't work, so I'm just gonna use my lungs. It's fine. I'm a runner. It's not a big deal. And we were literally just doing it the wrong way. You just had to like flip it and do it a different way, and it totally worked. And we were like, wow, we're just girls.
We're just girls.
And this is really hard.
And this is a blue job.
But yeah, all that prep and planning, you literally crushed my freaking bridal shower, you and Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy, like, she is an event goddess.
Yeah.
Like, her place is perfect for events. She had like all the like dishes,
the china
and china,
fancy dishes. I was too afraid to use it. I was like, I'm taking the beautiful plastic plate. I was like, I'm too afraid to touch this.
I know, like literally, she's like, these are my beautiful china. I'm like, I don't want to touch them.
They're so pretty. I'm gonna look at them. Thank you.
But no, and then that night, Saturday night, we went to dinner with the girls because some of the girls were in town from Toronto, so that was really fun.
We went to Joey.
It was so good.
Classic Joey. And you got a, what's it called?
Dirty martini.
And
then everybody got a dirty martini. The whole restaurant, guys, we like look around. First of all, I didn't even know Joey's did this, but they bring you.
This is new.
They bring you the martini in like a little mini shaker. So you get your own personal mini shaker.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. And then we ordered it, and then we were looking around, and everyone, I'm not kidding you, had one of these shakers now. We were like, everyone saw that we had this and they ordered it because, yeah.
It was so delicious. And the best part is, well, one, it's like 2 servings because they poured it into the glass, and then you finished your glass, and then there was another portion left in there. And 2, they had olives that were stuffed with blue cheese. I didn't think I liked blue cheese, but maybe it was just mixed with the olives.
Trust me, I've had blue cheese stuffed olives before, and I'm not really a big fan of blue cheese either, but blue cheese stuffed olives, I don't know what it is, but they're so good.
Oh my God, it was insane.
Nicole put me on them. Like literally that barbecue we had at Kate's like rooftop.
Oh, like, really? There's blue cheese stuffed olives there?
We went and we literally were at Loblaws, and she's like, Ro, come. You know, like the little olive bar they have like in the middle of Loblaws? She's like, come, let's get like blue cheese stuffed olives. And I was like, I love olives. And like, that sounds amazing. We buy them. I've been dreaming of those blue cheese stuffed olives.
Gosh.
I don't know if my like superstore just doesn't carry them.
Yeah.
But like, they're so freaking good. So
gotta go back to Joey.
Gotta go back. So
yeah.
And then Sunday was the bridal shower. It was so fun. Got there early, set up everything. People started arriving, and it's just really fun because it's just all girls. It's like fun energy, just the girls. And it was nice, like finally meeting a lot of like your friends that I had heard about, like Nina, for example.
Oh my
gosh. Finally, she shows up with a trifle, guys. She literally walks in with a trifle. And she's like, here. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. The first like thought that came to mind was like the Friends episode with Rachel with the trifle.
Yes. Half trifle, half like shepherd's pie or whatever.
So funny.
Hilarious.
Hers was delicious. It was so good. Like Nina's was so good. But anyway, and then I'm like, oh my God, this is Nina. Like she's like stunning, gorgeous. Like this petite little like Italian.
Little Italian.
lady.
It's such an Italian thing too. I feel like she's like, I can't show up empty handed. So I need to bring like food or drinks or something. She's like, I figured there was a lot of drinks. I'm sure there was a lot of food. She's like, but I'll just make a dessert. It's so nice.
So nice.
She's the best. And it was just nice to have like a bunch of different worlds like collide. Like a bunch of like Tracy's friends that I hadn't really met yet, and then like friends that I know like through Matt, like her friends, and then they loved all of you guys. Like I just heard like so many nice things, like your friends are so beautiful and they're so sweet and they're so fun. Nina loved you. Aww. She was like, oh my God, I can tell why Romina is your best friend. Like she's just laughing with me, with like Tracy, with like your friends, with everyone. Like she's just such like a socialite. I'm like, yeah, that's literally Romina to a T.
I love her. She's so sweet. sweet.
Everything was just so beautiful.
It was so nice. And also my mom was there, guys. She literally walks in and I'm like, oh, like I felt like I never feel like this with my mom where I have to like babysit her because she's very social too. But like she literally walks in 5 minutes in, she's like, oh my God, Claire. Oh my God, this person. She says hi to like the whole place.
Like everybody.
Half the place like knew her already. I'm like, what? Tracy's friends just knew her because they went to like either DeLuca Hair or Ronaldo's. And
yeah.
She's like bounced around a lot. So like she just like knows a lot of Ottawa. So it was just funny. I'm like, oh my God, of course you know people here.
So funny. Oh my gosh.
It was so fun though. But yeah, we played the games and Matt.
Mark, my secret husband.
I was about to say Matt and Stark, so I said Mark.
Oh my God, that's actually really cute. Matt and Stark makes Mark. That's so fucking funny. Do I have to name my firstborn son Mark now? I feel like I have to use that name.
Like a mini stroke. I'm like, Matt and Mark.
That's so funny.
Matt and Stark showed up and it was so cute. Like literally see him walk in.
Stark had a little bow tie on.
So cute.
So cute. Got me these beautiful flowers.
Stunning, gorgeous.
Sally did my hair, which was awesome too. Guys, if you need your bridal hair done this year, if you're a bride, go to Sally. She's the best. Amazing. Yeah, the games were so fun. I feel like people were like answering questions and I was kind of like, oh, I guess that could have been an answer. Like for my favorite store, a lot of people wrote Lululemon and I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, I really do like Lululemon. But
it was funny because your registry had like Lululemon gift card and then Leva was like, I didn't see an Abercrombie gift card on your registry, your favorite store. And I was like, that's
so true. I was just thinking like clothes wise, like if I had to buy clothes from only one store, I just love I always have their jeans.
And it's good because it's like versatile because they do have like fancier stuff, like
exactly.
dresses, and they have blazers,
yes.
and they have active wear,
yes.
they have like bathing suits. So yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from, but it was just funny because people were like, no, this is her favorite store. I'm like,
and then like,
here.
There was one question, it was like, would you rather give a gift or get a gift? And I obviously wrote give a gift because I feel like you're an asshole if you write get a gift, even though getting gifts is obviously so fun. And Nina like knows me really well. Like Nina, like she's just so sweet. She always gets me these little gifts. Like that she's just like the gift giver, and I'm always so excited whenever she gives me something. And she's just like, "Bitch, like don't lie. Like you love getting the gift. You don't love giving the gift." It's like I see you at work,
dude. And Nina is so funny because so everyone hands me their little like would she rather game. Okay, so it's like this or that pretty much, and immediately I know which one's Nina's. Like I didn't even see her name because she's such a teacher. She wrote little comments in like the section. She was like, "This one, oh my God, I know her too well." Like doing like arrows and stuff. And I'm like, you're such a teacher.
Such a teacher.
Just like a bunch of stars and like happy faces. I'm like this.
And it's so funny because we've only known each other 2 years, but when you see someone like 10 months of the year, 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, and we're just so intertwined, like with our two classes, it's like your friendship just gets like elevated or like so quickly, it just escalates. I feel like I've known her my entire life.
Well, that's like even us, like we haven't been friends like our whole life, but we also see each other almost like multiple times a week.
So many times a week.
Like more times than not seeing each other.
I literally am always texting you too, and Matt's like, you're obsessed with Romina. He's like, you're always texting her. He's like, pay attention to me. And I was like, I'm busy.
I'm literally so busy.
Mark, get out of here.
I feel like now our name for Matt should be just Mark.
I'm just start calling him Mark.
Mark. Okay, Mark.
Okay, but also I need to give a shout out. Speaking of Nina and work, Nina and a couple of other people on our social committee at work planned a bridal shower for me and the 2 other brides that are getting married this year at my school. And that was on Friday, and it was really beautiful. It was like petals and prosecco kind of vibe. So there was beautiful petals everywhere, like real ones, fake ones. They printed out like engagement photos of the 3 brides with our future grooms, future husbands. They got these beautiful frames. They had them all up. All this food, desserts, like everything you can imagine. And it was good practice because I was only one of 3. So the attention was like split between all of us, which was good practice for Sunday because when all the attention was on me, oh my God, I was like shaking at some point.
Well, it's always awkward opening presents when everyone's staring at you. I'm sorry, when I did it for my bridal shower, I hated it. I was like, and then you always have to be like,
you just say something.
Oh, thank you you so much.
Which like obviously like,
yeah, thank you.
Thank
but it's
you.
also just awkward opening presents. Like even at my birthdays, like at birthdays and stuff, like if I get a present, I'm just so awkward.
It is awkward.
Like, oh, thank you
There
so
was
much.
literally at one point, I forget what gift I got, or maybe it was when Matt brought flowers, but everyone wanted to take a picture of me, and it was like 20 people with their iPhones like taking pictures from all these angles, and I didn't know where to look, and I was like, I could not be a celebrity.
No.
Like, this was so painfully awkward. I did not like that part.
Yeah, no, it's it's especially, it's funny too, because you're like, you made this registry, which honestly, going back, like brides, like future brides, if you have a bridal shower, honestly just make a
Just
registry.
do it. Yeah,
because I got a lot of like random stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
like thinking about it now, I'm like, if I made a registry, maybe I would have gotten some more useful things.
Yeah.
They weren't like they were still nice things.
Yes.
Like, gifts are still very nice, but it's kind of like,
how many cutting boards do you need?
like
how many
usefulness.
towels?
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
just like decor stuff that maybe it's not my like,
Not your style.
you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
for sure.
So
Yeah, I felt like kind of weird making a registry at first, but then I was like, wait, this is actually such a good idea.
Yeah.
And everyone came through. Thank you so much, everyone that got me something. I'm
Yeah.
so grateful and thankful. It was just a very lovely day.
so nice.
So nice.
And now it's like really like go, and then we literally are leaving for Italy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really scary. So some stuff I have to do, but that's okay. We'll get it done. We will get it done. I'm gonna give a little update on the groom, his little knee situation, because my faith is restored in the healthcare system a little bit. So like, as you guys know, a couple weeks ago, almost a month ago now, maybe 3 weeks ago, Matt hurt himself playing soccer. We think it's ACL or MCL. We weren't sure. Went to the hospital thinking we were going to get like an ultrasound or some sort of test done. They literally just said, oh, you need an MRI.
Oh,
so yeah, it's a waste of our time. So we've been waiting, and everyone's been telling us like it's probably going to take a while. So Matt went and got a requisition from his family doctor yesterday to be able to get an MRI if he wanted to go like over to the Gatineau side and go private and just like pay to get it done, because like I don't blame him. Like if I was in this situation, like I would just want this over and done with ASAP. And from experience from our friends, like this kind of thing can take so long, and like the longer you wait, the like worse it's gonna get, or it could be healing wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he booked an appointment in Gatineau, and then 2 hours later, freaking the Civic Hospital calls, and he has an MRI next Wednesday at 2 a.m. 2 a.m.
Oh my God. Thank God he didn't, like, thank God this happened in the way that you just said. Imagine he paid $800, and then the next day they called him to say, we have an appointment. Like, that would have been annoying.
Like,
you know what I mean?
did not think that he would have an MRI within like a month of it happening.
Yeah, that's impressive, honestly.
Yeah. And even 2 a.m, like I've been hearing like it's always like whack times, because they're open 24/7, because there's been backed up even before COVID. Like they've just been so backed up with people needing MRIs.
Once they get an MRI machine, it's running nonstop.
Nonstop.
Like there's no
No
breaks.
breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's working that thing.
So I have my faith restored in the healthcare system. The next step will be getting that done, and then getting the results, because I've heard of people not getting the results also from the MRI for so long, or just like not at all.
What?
Yeah.
And he's going to you said the Civic?
The Civic, yeah.
It'll be like hopefully quick.
So it's at 2 a.m. Do you like stay up till 2 a.m. or do you try to go to bed really early and then wake up? I feel like 2 a.m. is the worst time, because if it was at 4, then it's like, okay, at least I can like be up for the day now.
I feel like I would just stay up, because 2 a.m. It's
2 a.m. by the time it's done, home.
I'm not the type that can fall asleep at like 8 p.m. So I'm like,
No.
that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah. And I don't know if I have to drive him or not.
Maybe he can pick us up from our wine list.
I'm dead. Pick us up, drop me off, and then go get his MRI. No, wait, because it's at 2 a.m. on Wednesday, so our wind down Wednesday will be
never mind.
at night.
Never mind.
It'll
be Tuesday.
Yeah.
It'll be like Tuesday.
Debbie.
Night. Damn it.
Darn it.
Like,
That
pick us up.
that'd have been good thinking though.
Oh my God. But seriously, like, I'm glad, like, hopefully we're praying that it's nothing serious. He'll be good.
Yeah.
And at least now he'll be in the know, you know?
Yeah. You know?
You know?
You know.
The other thing I was thinking about too is like, man, we've talked about pink tax before, of just like, if you have a trip coming up or an event, like we have to go get our nails done, or like
nails,
Botox,
toes,
or like eyebrows done, or anything. And it's not only expensive, but it's also just like time consuming, all these appointments. Like,
oh my
gosh, I don't have
gosh.
time for all these freaking appointments.
Yeah.
Like on top of like work and all this other stuff. And now it's like, okay, I have to go get my nails done. I have to go get a pedicure. I have to go get like this and that. And it's just like adds up so much time getting there and back, and like all this stuff.
I actually think about this so often, and I think of it more from the perspective like how much more sleep men get than women because of the amount of time earlier we're waking up, like to spend time getting ready to, or to leave to go to an appointment. Oh, you know, like even for my bridal shower, it was like, oh, I had to wake up earlier than everyone else because I had to go get my hair done and then come back, like do makeup. It was just like so much time.
You like, I'm so happy you brought up this point because I literally have in the notes here that like, even though you just said women probably sleep less than men because we have all this other stuff to do, women actually need more sleep than men.
Yes.
So,
I read this too.
So they've done a ton of sleep research and stuff like that. In the 80s and 90s, when they were doing all these sleep studies, a lot of the sleep studies were done on men.
They were like all done on men.
They were all done on men. So they were saying like, oh, you're good on like 7 hours or whatever. Then when they started including females in these sleep studies, they realized, oh, actually females need 8 to 9 hours.
Yeah.
So men can be okay with 7, but for physiological reasons, our body actually needs more sleep than men. But oftentimes we're the caretakers of the family. We're like taking care of babies. We're doing all this other stuff. We're getting up early to like put on makeup and get ready for work. So like we're actually getting less sleep than them. Even though we need it more.
It's not fair.
Like, what is going on?
It's not fair. It makes sense too. Like our hormones and like when we have our period, like our body's just like going through it. And like we're just exerting like so much energy just because of that alone.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah, we need more sleep.
We need more sleep, man. More sleep.
Friggin' pink tax, being a woman, it's hard.
Yeah. And like the other day too, I like went and got my dresses hemmed. I'd like had a bunch of stuff I needed hemmed, and I for some reason like thought Stitch It was the place because you went to Stitch It.
That's what I thought too.
And I remember Hannah talking about this Stitch It, like was in my head of being the cheap place to go get stuff hemmed. And then I was talking to Hannah and she's like, guys, stop going to Stitch It. Like, why are you guys going to Stitch It? It's Super Stitch. And I was like, oh my God, we've been going to the wrong place. And anyway, I go to the Stitch It to go pick up the stuff that I had gotten hemmed. And they literally, for like 15 minutes, could not find my 3 dresses. And they were like, oh, like, we probably, like, they literally, like, thought they lost the dresses. And I was like, guys, like, I'm going to be so mad if, like, you actually lost my items. And they overcharged me. So I'm kind of like,
no.
Now you're saying you can't find it? Like, and it was the same lady who, like, did the thing for me. So I'm like, okay, you remember me. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. I was here, like, 4 days ago.
I don't understand.
Finally, they find it. It's kind of like in the corner on the side. I was just like,
I wonder what they would do. Like if they lost your stuff, like they'd have to reimburse you like the cost of every item.
And then what if they're like, no? And then what? Like I'm gonna sue them? I'm not gonna like
small claims court for $500 of dresses. No, that's so like unprofessional. So I always thought it was that place too because Hannah's like, yeah, it's right by you. I'm like, oh, like Saint Laurent is right by me. I'm like, Super Stitch off Hunt Club, it's not really right by me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's crazy. Eh? Like,
anyway,
yeah. So Super Stitch is where we're going.
We're boycotting. Wait, which one are we boycotting?
Stitch It.
Okay. Stitch this, Stitch that. Can they get a little bit more original with their names, guys? Mega Stitch, Super Stitch.
Yeah, like can we get
Super Size Me? Like, come on.
Super Size Me. Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Oh my God. Okay, let's get into some stuff. So Love Island has started. Have you started watching it?
Okay, I'm on episode 4. The drama is starting a little bit for me now.
I think I'm on episode 4 as well.
Yeah.
I think I just started episode 4. Where the new girl comes and she does the kisses blindfolded.
Yes. She comes and then that one girl gets mad at that other girl because she like walked to the hideaway with that guy. And she like overreacted and there's all this little drama.
Yes.
Apparently Alex has seen episode 4, I think, and it gets more dramatic.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was like the first few episodes kind of like,
I
don't know any of these people and I really don't care.
I'm not committed yet at all.
But it's like any reality show. You have to like keep up with it because then when you start knowing the people, then you're like, you know, but right now I'm kind of like, I'm not committed to any of these people. But
yeah, I agree.
But at least there's like the Love Island tracks are back. And if you go on Spotify actually and you just type Love Island 2024, like Love Island UK 2024, someone, I don't know who it is, shout out to whoever does this because I've been doing this for years, literally makes a playlist of all the songs from the show. And a lot of the tracks are really good and they're always like new tracks. So I always listen to that.
I love that. They also haven't done like any games yet. I'm surprised about that. Well, they've been doing like whatever those truth or dare games, but they haven't all like been somewhere to like do a game. Maybe it's too early.
I know.
I guess it's been a couple of days. Someone already is gone though. That was crazy.
That was nuts. Imagine like you get there, you're so excited, you tell everybody, and then
we haven't talked about how they coupled up yet, because last time I hadn't seen it yet. I really liked the way that they coupled up this year. I thought that was really fun.
Me too, because it's also like unexpected. Like they didn't know what they were doing, and then it's like, oh, these are couples.
Yeah. I thought that was cool.
I thought it was cool too. What else? Okay, I feel like there was a lot of other stuff for Showtime.
Oh, for Showtime?
Yeah.
Where do we got? Let me see. Where is it?
At the bottom.
Okay.
So we have,
it's renewed for season 2, The Valley. Let's go.
So The Valley got renewed for season 2. There's no reunion.
Oh, man.
They didn't get a reunion, unfortunately.
That sucks. I feel like it would have been so juicy because of Jackson Brittany.
I know. Yeah. But they just, I think, which is kind of weird. Like, who decides who gets a reunion or not? Like,
Andy Cohen. And he's like, fuck these guys. He's like, I'm so busy. He's like, I have 2 kids under 4 years old. Like, can't do it.
Yeah.
My predictions are Lala and
Sheena
are going to be on The Valley.
Yes,
because they live in The Valley now. So
100%. And I like from VPR reunion, like they literally, Lala's like, you guys like took away my paycheck by like canceling. Like she talks about how like this is her like livelihood of like the show. So
I wonder how much she makes.
I know. I was thinking of that too.
Remember she made a makeup company or a skincare company?
Yeah.
What was it called?
It went under though. Like
I haven't heard anything about it.
I can't remember what the hell it was called, but she's done a lot of random stuff like that, and then like never really like stuck. But yeah, Valley got renewed for season 2. Okay, did you watch Summer House Reunion?
Okay, I'm almost done the first episode.
Okay,
tell me.
Okay, so I just thought, did you watch the part where they kind of roast West pretty much?
I'm literally right there.
Okay.
But tell me what
they just pretty much roasted him for the reason that him and Sierra broke up is because it was when like the show starts airing and he kind of just like, he pretty much just wanted to be single for like the Bravo universe, and he was saying how this is a female watch, and he kind of outs himself by saying
he's like, I didn't realize it was such a female like prominent like fan base, like come on, it's females and the gays,
and he's like, I just didn't want to be like the guy who's dating Sierra. I wanted to be like my own person, but I'm like,
you just wanted to probably hook up with a bunch of girls.
That's exactly it,
because like obviously he's hotter because he's on TV.
And you know what's crazy is that I feel like literally right before this reunion, he was like the guy. Like everyone on Instagram was posting about how like they're obsessed with him. Like he's like the new favorite guy of Bravo. Like everyone was just like, this guy's so nice. This guy's so cool. And then it like can change like this. Like now he went from like literally hero to villain overnight. And
okay, I also didn't see this until they said it, and now I can't unsee it, but how like Wes is literally copy paste of Carl, and then Jesse Solomon is literally Kyle, and then Jesse Solomon is a copy paste of Carl, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't unsee that now. It's so true.
It's so true.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
They like Kyle and Wes have like the exact same hair color pretty much, just different styles.
Yeah, so that was crazy. Paige like roasted Wes really hard, and then that whole thing, I don't know if you saw that part about how Lindsay called Paige had a photo shoot somewhere, and Lindsay literally called the place to sabotage her photo shoot.
No.
And Carl told her at BravoCon. So they were actually really good. Like Lindsay and Paige were all good all summer, and then Carl goes up to her at BravoCon after like the whole engagement thing falls apart and says like, don't be friends with Lindsay. Like she was trying to sabotage you at a photo shoot. Da 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 da.
How did she try to sabotage her? What did she do?
So she was gonna like, I don't know, like, they didn't really go into the details, but something about like the location. She was like, the owner was gonna say like, you can't shoot here anymore or something, and like sabotage.
Okay,
like,
so now
location.
Lindsay and Paige have beef currently.
Exactly.
Oh, I couldn't even tell.
Yeah. So they were. You haven't gotten there yet because they talk about it.
Yeah, I just feel like they've been like. I feel like they're beside. Oh no, Sierra's in between them, but I just feel like sometimes you can tell when there's tension between people. I just hadn't noticed that yet. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
I also feel like I like Paige's dress better now. I don't know what it is. At first when I saw pictures of it, I didn't like it, but in the reunion I do like it.
And I really like her hair too. How like
her hair is cute.
I feel like they all looked really, really good except for Danielle. Looks like crazy.
Danielle's stylist and makeup artist did her dirty.
But also like she has an app for
style. Yeah.
I'm sorry, she has the worst style out of the cast.
For sure. I tried to download it, but it's only available in the States as well.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of like
Dawn.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that, Danielle.
Don't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see the rest of it.
Actually, speaking of Summer House, so
okay,
Kyle and Craig right now are beefing because
Kyle and Craig.
So Craig apparently recently invested in a vodka soda company, a seltzer company that's owned by Girl with No Job and Boy with No Job. Like they have like a podcast.
Yes.
And he was like promoting it on his social media. And then people had asked him like, well, why didn't you just invest in Loverboy? Like that would have made more sense. And he was like, well, I would have loved to, but that wasn't an option. And then Kyle went on Watch What Happens Live and was like, Andy asked about it, being like, well, why didn't you let Craig like invest in Loverboy?
Yeah.
And pretty much Kyle just called him a liar, saying like he never approached him, and he was just like calling him out, saying like he's lying about the whole thing. So now there's like beef between them.
That's so awkward for Amanda and Paige. Did Craig comment back yet?
He was just like oh, that's really hurtful, blah blah blah. Like I don't know, the comments back have been very PR, like kind of just like. And it's annoying because sometimes I find with Giggly Squad, like there's so much happening that I'm like, Paige, can you just address this?
Yeah, just talk about it.
But they'd never talk about Summer House. They never talk about anything that's going on in
Only
Bravo.
the celebrities that they meet now.
Yeah, but like they never talk about any, like I wish they would just like chat about some stuff. They were more transparent about that stuff. Because it is kind of like frustrating sometimes. I'm like, we're literally watching like stuff happen on Summer House and you never comment.
Yeah, you never said anything.
Yeah.
Also, Craig opened up a new sewing shop.
I know.
He's thriving.
He is.
I hope Loverboy's thriving now because I know they were kind of tanking.
We gotta try it.
I know. I want to try it. Yeah. I feel like, okay, so actually, speaking of seltzers, Alex brought me, what are they called? Sprinter from the States because she was in Florida for a bit. The Kylie Jenner seltzer. I love that you brought that for me. Thank you so much. But they just taste like a White Claw. Like, it's how do you make a seltzer like that different? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I
feel
agree.
like it's hard. So I'm like,
unless you have like a cool flavor, like the ones that we like
Sandbaggers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like Cloudberry, Boysenberry, Transfusion.
Like those flavors are like
what is that?
Exactly. Like it's not just like grapefruit.
Yeah.
Like I feel like everyone has that. Like they should try something else.
I agree.
And we're kind of into tequila sodas nowadays.
Yeah, we've ditched the vodka sodas and we're into the tequila sodas.
Yeah, tequila sodas uppers. So good. Okay, let's jump into actually some random stuff because
this is random, but like tabloid for Ottawa.
Yes, the Nightmare just got announced today.
Today. I'm making $112,000 a year. We have Mathieu Grandin, who is not from Ottawa.
He's from Montreal,
but that's okay. It's a close neighbor. And you know what? Maybe because Montreal does have a really good nightlife. They have the best restaurants like in the world, some would say. So maybe they hired him with hopes of like bringing a little bit of that over here.
Honestly, I think it makes sense because if you hired someone from Ottawa, it's kind of like this is where they lived and they don't know anything else. Whereas if you're bringing in someone external, it's kind of like now you're going to make Ottawa fun from... Like Montreal nightlife is sick. Like I feel like going out in Montreal is really fun.
Way more fun.
If he can bring that...
Yeah.
I feel like I really want to hear from him and see like what is his action plan? Like how much does he get for his budget? Like what is he actually gonna do? Like how is he gonna make nightlife sick? Is he gonna add like more festivals? Is he gonna add like
more happy hours? Because
like,
Joey doesn't even do happy hour on the weekend. Like,
yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Some better happy hours. I don't know
what Ottawa needs, or they're just gonna open up another bar. Like I just don't get what his plan is, but anyway, we'll see.
We'll have to see. Stay tuned.
Have him on.
Yeah, we're gonna see if he'll come on the pod, guys, and then you can send us in questions. We'll grill him, and then
because we're his demographic, like us and like people younger than us. Yeah. But I feel like how old is he? We'll have to look it up.
He looks like he's probably in his late 30s.
Yeah.
Mid to late, I don't know.
Or maybe like
I'm bad with this game. 30s.
We're
40s?
at that age where we don't know anyone's age.
No, none of my friends. And I don't really know what they do for work.
And I don't know their names.
Yeah. Who are you? Why are you in my house?
Mark.
Like, I feel like, well, even for me, I feel like, oh, you're a teacher. But like, actually, this is kind of funny. The other day, like Matt and I were hanging out and, oh no, it was because he hurt himself. And then, so I was like frantically making like my supply plans. And I was like to him, I'm like, do you want to stick? And I was making my slide deck for the supply. And I'm like, do you want to see like what my slide deck looks like when I'm doing like carpet time, like with the kids? Like he's never seen it. And I like went through it and I did it all with him. And there are like obviously songs and like these little activities. And there's like a pretty solid routine though to it. And he was just like, oh my God. He's like, so wait, do all like the kindergarten teachers like do this? I'm like, no, like I like made this myself. Like this is just like what I do, but I have no idea what like other teachers really do. And I'm just like, wow, that's so weird to think. Like, yes, you guys know I'm a teacher, but like if I showed you what I'm doing every morning, you'd probably be like, what the fuck?
I know. It's actually kind of crazy. Like, you don't know what people do for work.
Yeah.
Like
I know you code and shit, but like,
I know. Today I made like a bunch of tables.
Yeah. Like, I just want to like time lapse my friends like at their jobs. I feel like that'd be crazy.
I know.
Like we know Kate works at Sephora, but like obviously it's so much deeper than that. And like Nicole works at L'Oreal, but like she works with these huge like what? Like what do you? And like they'd say, and they tell us too. And then I'm like, oh okay. And then later I'm like, wait, what?
I'm like still kind of like, huh? Crunching numbers?
Like, brand strategy?
Strategy. Yeah, I know. It's so cool. It's kind of like like it's like a documentary. What do your friends actually do? And
and don't even get me started if people work in the government. I'm like, just like, don't even tell me what you do, because like I'm not gonna know.
Dude, literally.
Do you know what you do?
Yeah. Sometimes I like walk by Farzad's like office and he's like having these meetings with people and they're like talking about like what's happening in Canada, and I'm like just like eavesdropping, not like actually listening, but just kind of like, what is his job? Like,
isn't it so interesting too, like hearing your partner on work calls?
It's like they almost have a different voice.
Yeah. I like it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, get in there, Mr. Matty D movies. Schedule some stuff.
I love it. So
okay, funny. Speaking of just like fun stuff, this is something that we need to do if this person ever comes to Ottawa. So Diplo, the DJ, I found out is a runner. And shout out to Andrea Dark actually for sending me this little tidbit of information. So Diplo, if you don't know him, he's like a super famous DJ. He travels the entire world. He also loves running. So whenever he travels to cities, he will also like do a run club in that city. So he'll organize a run club, which is where you really just like meet up and you run like 5, 8, 10, however many kilometers. So he's in there, like he's running like with the crowd, like going. And then at the end of the run, he hosts like a party and DJs for everybody.
Damn, he's like health and wellness. Like, DJ.
He's like it has to be more about like clubbing and drinking and this and that. Like you have to have other things that like motivate you and inspire you, and like people that are runners are like in it for the long run and like they're always trying to get better and this and that. I'm like, oh my god, Mr. Motivational Speaker. Damn. So I thought that was so cool. Like imagine really cool. Running with one of your favorite DJs.
I imagine like just a bunch of groupies just like just like running behind and like trying also to run
like
fast.
Are these run clubs because I guess they're all hours of the day, but I feel like most of them are in the morning. So I'm like, are you doing like an 8 a.m. like 5K and then 8:30 you're like freaking partying it up, or is he doing like, okay guys, we're running at 11 p.m. in the dark with like a bunch of like strobe lights and shit, and then we're gonna party after till 4 in the morning?
I feel like it's like late night.
Yeah,
like
right.
Like 9 p.m. and then they run
and then they just party.
He starts his set all sweaty.
Literally. I feel like that's so cool though.
That is cool. Oh, I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could 100% see you doing that. That's so funny. Actually, Avicii's, speaking of like DJs and stuff, I didn't write this down, but Avicii, R.I.P. Avicii, there was like a documentary recently that came out about his like story and his life. So I feel like we need to watch that.
Is that out now?
I feel like it's out, yeah.
Okay, on Netflix or somewhere else? We don't know.
Somewhere else. We'll look it up.
We'll find it.
Yeah.
We always find it.
Somewhere.
Also, because we were talking about Ottawa, I forgot to mention this. I came up on my Instagram and I totally forgot this happened. It was like deep in my brain, hidden somewhere. But today, actually no, it was yesterday, marked the 8-year anniversary of that massive sinkhole that just randomly happened on Rideau Street. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Okay. Where were you when you found out about this? Because I was like downtown at the time and I was just like, how the fuck am I going to get out of here?
I don't remember where I was. I definitely wasn't downtown.
Yeah.
What year would this have been?
8 years ago. It's 2023. I don't really know math. That's 2013, 2015.
2015.
Yeah. So I was like working like in the market.
What was I doing? I was like literally just had met Farzad. We were probably like at my house, at my apartment in Osgood.
Yeah.
So I was downtown too, actually. But why did I not really remember this?
But there's just this massive hole.
I remember like Rideau just like never recovered after that though. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like there's like, is Rideau still open? Like I just like after that sinkhole, I remember Rideau just always being closed, and like that area was always closed. You just could not drive.
No, that
Rideau.
area is actually super nice now. Yeah. Like super nice.
I feel like
but that was crazy that in the middle of our city. I hope the mayor of Ottawa make sure this never happens again.
Seriously. What caused that? I wonder. That's
I
like
don't even
crazy.
know.
How does that even happen?
But imagine you just like walking and then you fall into a sinkhole.
Like
it was huge too. It was so big.
That's freaking crazy, man. That's nuts. Also, this is like really like scary and sad, but there's this new Ontario law that got passed where soccer nets have to now be like secured to the ground like more firmly, because this 15-year-old kid in 2017, his name was Garrett Mills, actually got killed by a soccer net because he was like, I guess like with his friends, and they were like kind of like climbing the soccer net and like doing pull-ups. And then
I see kids doing that all the time at our park by our house.
Literally, and then the whole thing just collapsed on him, and it's like 200 pounds. Like,
fuck.
So it literally collapsed on him. And then his dad put out like a petition to like the province to be like, there's been 40 cases where soccer nets like this have killed kids.
Come on.
Just in Canada. So he put out a thing saying like, we need to do something about this, pass some sort of law. So now finally it's been passed, and the soccer nets have to be like more safely secured to the ground.
So are they now all secured to the ground, or they're like,
so I think now they're probably rolling it out where they have to,
gosh, that's so scary. Whenever I hear things about kids, like there's been people like a couple of kids in like the Ottawa River lately that have like went for a swim and then like were found like dead. They just drowned like recently. Like, I can't remember if it was at Peachey Island or Westboro, but there was like a little kid that was like at the beach with like not his parents, but like family friends. So like imagine like you're looking after someone's kid and like something like such a terrible accident happens. Like I would never be able to like
like water, stuff like that. You really have to be careful and just like wear a life jacket, even if you know how to swim.
Yeah, dude, I put a life jacket even on Stark.
No, 100%. Like, no.
Don't mess with that stuff.
That's scary. But anyway.
Okay, speaking of Stark, because we were talking about blueberries recently and how they're really good for dogs. Fun fact, eating frozen blueberries is better than eating fresh blueberries.
Why?
Let me pull up this little fun.
And you know what's funny? I posted that TikTok about the blueberries.
Oh my God, it went off.
And a bunch of people were writing in saying, oh, try frozen if your dog doesn't like blueberries, because apparently like they'll eat the frozen ones like more than the fresh ones.
Yeah, some people were asking us like questions in there as if we were like veterinarians. I'm like, should we put like a PSA like, we are not vets. I literally just read a fact on social media.
Like, my dog has this condition, can I give him blueberries? I'm like, I don't know, like ask your vet.
Consult your vet, please.
And then someone else was like, well, like don't give them too many blueberries because like pesticides. I'm like, but we're eating it, so like,
also they're wolves, like they're fine. Okay, so frozen blueberries are healthier because they contain more disease-fighting antioxidants than fresh blueberries. And when you freeze the blueberries, it increases their concentration of this anti-inflammatory agent that's called anthocyanins. Can't really pronounce that, but if you're going to reach for blueberries. Also, frozen blueberries, a bag of frozen blueberries from Costco is like $10, and then like a tiny little pint of blueberries, fresh ones, is like $7.99.
It's
so even just for your wallet, it makes so much more sense.
Why are frozen ones so much cheaper?
I don't know. Really make sense. It's like a weird little loophole.
Weird. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. We're gonna be eating our frozen.
We're gonna eat kiwis and frozen blueberries, and we're all gonna live a really long, healthy life
every freaking night. Also, this is like the time of year soon where like fruit flies are appearing. I don't know if you guys get fruit flies.
Bit. We get spiders lately. Like I'm shocked there's not one like in our vicinity right now. The spiders have been out of control this year. What's going on?
No, so bugs in general have been out of control because we had a milder winter.
Okay.
But if you guys get fruit flies, because it's going to become like end of June, beginning of July, fruit fly season, try putting a couple cinnamon sticks in your fruit bowls. Apparently so cinnamon is apparently really good for the garden. If you are finding you have a lot of bugs on your flowers and stuff, if you put cinnamon with water and you mix it with a spray bottle and you spray your like flowers with cinnamon, it helps with like bugs and diseases.
It's like a little natural repellent.
Yeah. And then if you take cinnamon sticks and you put them in your fruit bowl, it apparently helps with fruit flies.
Okay, so is the old like trick with like wine? Is that like...
So that's for like trapping them because they just want to go towards something sweet.
You put like saran wrap and some holes and then
they get stuck.
It's kind of sad. You're like drowning them in wine.
I've done that before. But this apparently it's the smell or the odor of the cinnamon. It's too strong for them. So when they get close to it, it like repels them. Like it's like extremely strong. So they'll go towards the fruit, but then because of the cinnamon sticks, they'll leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a trick too for onions. You know what this trick with onions in a paper towel?
No.
So, you know, like if you cut onions, for me, at least when I cut onions, like my eyes get so teary-eyed. But you're supposed to wet just like a little piece of paper towel. You wet it, fold it up, put it right beside where you're cutting your onion, and then that absorbs like all of the aroma from the onion. Instead of it going to your tear ducts, it goes to that towel, and it actually works. Yeah.
That's so smart. Okay, next time I'm cutting an onion.
That's
friggin' smart. Learn something new every day.
Oh my gosh. Also, this is crazy. I meant to talk about this last time. 1.9 million Fiji bottles are being recalled for contamination.
I'm sorry, they're also the most expensive like water.
They're the most expensive water, and also I don't even like Fiji water. I feel like it's a red flag if you exclusively drink Fiji water. Like you're kind of a douche.
Exclusively drinking Fiji water, like no.
You know those people exist though.
Of course, it's like the Kylie Jenners of the world, where it's like in their fridge, like, perfectly.
Just Fiji. I mean, it's a cute little bottle, but almost 2 million getting recalled for contamination, and it's like this water is so expensive. These bottles, like you think it would have like the utmost care and responsibility for how they're creating these products, and then they're getting contaminated. That's crazy.
Yeah. I only drink water in my Stanley.
What's your favorite kind of bottled water if you could only drink one for the rest of your life?
I feel like they all taste the same to me.
No.
Like,
you think Nestle tastes like everything else? Because Nestle tastes like,
I think
Dasani is a good one.
I'm trying to think of all of them.
I like Smart Water.
Oh, Smart Water is
my favorite. I hate Nestle. I hate Aquafina. I'm a Dasani and Smart Water kind of girly.
Okay.
If I were, I really don't ever drink bottled water because I have a Stanley.
Yeah, I'm like,
and I love the environment. I'm not trying to destroy the world. But if I were, Smart Water.
I feel like I'm Dasani.
Yeah. I feel like some people hate on Dasani, and I don't get why.
I like it.
There are some serious Dasani haters.
I feel like we need to have a water like
Ooh.
Because I right now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if you gave me Dasani and one of the other ones, I'd be like, I don't know.
We should ask Lala, who's a water sommelier. I would actually be down to do a water taste test. I feel like I would rock that better than the Diet Coke one.
The guy who was like the VPR when they brought that water connoisseur guy, and he's like, this is like a $2,000 bottle of water. I'm like, hey, this is
no. Where is this coming from? The gates of heaven? Otherwise,
this is a scam. This is a scam.
This is a water scam. One of our friends recently bought their flight to Italy, and we were just talking about like where we prefer to seat on the flight, prefer to sit, and I feel like it's a massive red flag if you like sitting in the middle on a flight.
There's people who want to sit in the middle.
There must be. And they must have massive red flags.
Okay, are you a window girly or aisle?
What do you think I am?
A window.
I'm a window. Because I need something to lean on to sleep.
Same.
I literally cannot fall asleep with my head up. Like it will fall and I will wake up. Like I just can't do it. I need to be leaning on something.
I even got one of those pillows, you know, like the ones like this, and you're supposed to just sleep like this. I just can't do it. I'm like a side sleeper.
So wait, that big pillow, you don't like it?
No, the one that goes like this.
Oh,
I like.
Okay, that one.
That one's fine.
Are you bringing that to Italy?
No. I'm just gonna raw dog it because we don't have any room. We're bringing carry-on.
That's super fair. I feel like you're also a window girly.
I'm a window girly.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, who was I listening to? Like a bunch of different podcasts were just saying you should sit on the aisle so that you can get up.
To pee?
No, so you can get up and move around. Like circulation in your legs is like important to get up every hour and just like walk.
I just take cues. Like if I'm on the aisle, if I'm on the window and other people get up, I just use that as my opportunity to get up as well.
Me too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because I feel like I'm one of those people who always has to pee.
Dude, I feel so bad. There was one time I was on a train and I was so violently hungover. I was coming back from Montreal after Anita asked us to be her bridesmaids, and I got a 11 a.m. train for some reason, and we were up till like 4 a.m. because it was just like girls' night. I was throwing up on this train. I've only thrown up on a train once, and I don't recommend it. And I was like, never again will I be hungover for a train ride. But I had to keep getting out of my seat to go and vomit in the bathroom. And the girl beside me just kept falling asleep. So I felt bad because she'd be asleep and I would be like, excuse me, I'm literally going to throw up on you if you don't move right now. I remember like trying to like get over her without waking her up. And she woke up and I was like mid over her. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, this is so fucking awkward. But I'm literally gonna throw up right now. I gotta go.
Oh my god.
And I want to be like, can we just switch seats? Cause like,
can you just like move over?
I'm gonna be going to the bathroom a lot.
You look like a window girl.
Yeah, you look like you need to lean on something, and I look like I need a toilet bowl. So let's switch.
Can you move over, please? Thank you so much. Oh my god, no.
Risky.
Being like anywhere other than your home when you're sick is like the absolute worst. Like just feeling ill, like having a tummy ache, or like just being sick while you're traveling is like. Hopefully we don't get sick.
Oh my gosh,
while we're away.
I literally cannot.
No,
I can't.
Did you get sick in Mexico? No.
Yes, I got food poisoning the night before the wedding. The night before the wedding, I was throwing up till 6 a.m. violently, and I had my makeup at 9 a.m. God bless Kate Taylor. Switched it to 11 a.m. That was literally the worst.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to make sure you eat like very plain food or something.
Plain pasta,
the night before, like nothing, like no fish.
I feel like Italy's better than Mexico for that kind of stuff, though.
Yeah, especially like a resort where they have to feed the X amount of people every day.
And like, can you drink tap water in Italy? I don't know.
No, don't ever drink tap water anywhere else.
Fiji only.
Just Fiji. Because like the E. coli of their tap water, even if it's different. Safe, it's just different than the E. coli of your tap water.
Okay.
So the bacteria is just not going to sit well in your stomach so if you're like, let's say you moved to Italy and you're going to live there for a year, then over time you would just drink little bits, feel a little sick, and then be good.
Because I don't remember. No, I didn't drink tap water in Korea. We'd always go and buy from Lotte Mart the giant bottles of water because we were told like not to drink it.
Yeah. I think like it's just because it's just not worth it. You'll get sick.
Yeah.
But over time, like if you're like living there, then over time, like your body gets used to it. But it's like we're only there for 3 weeks. It's not worth it.
That's true.
Just drink wine.
Just drink wine.
Just drink wine.
Aperol spritz.
Brush your teeth with some wine.
That's the plan. I even feel like I'll be okay to drink the red wine there.
Yeah.
Try it. I'll try.
I've never had red wine with you. I want to test it out.
Sign me up. Let's do it. I'm down.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, what should we end with today?
Let's end with, I don't know. What do we think?
Ooh, actually, I do. Let's end with a BMK.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to give you one.
Okay.
We're going to do seltzers, wine, or cider.
Okay, immediately killing cider.
Oh, you're not a cider girl.
Not really.
Okay.
I feel like I barely ever have ciders. It's so sweet. Like I feel like it's all sugar.
Okay, wait. Maybe should I said beer? You're a beer girl.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I change it to beer.
Okay.
Now we're talking. Are you gonna kill beer though?
Dude, I love wine. I feel like I'm gonna be drinking wine until I'm like 90 years old. So I feel like I'll marry wine. Even though it sucks getting drunk on wine.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking about it now. I'm like
more long-term commitment though.
Long-term. Like I can do it. I can do rosé. I can do white wine. I can do red. So I'm gonna marry it. But I also really like beer. It's kind of like
ooh, it just got interesting.
I might have to kill seltzers.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking like before seltzers I was fine. And I feel like seltzers are kind of new.
Yeah, it's true.
Like
they are actually kind of new since like 2020. Like, it's so true.
I've lived my whole life without you. I feel like I'll be good.
It's so factual.
So I'll be good.
So you're gonna bang beer.
Bang beer. Kill seltzer.
Okay, I'm a little bit the same but different. I'm just not. Okay, I'm gonna also marry wine because I just feel like long term I would prefer that, and I feel like between white, red, and rosé, like different vibes. And then I was torn between beer and seltzers because I don't love beer, but there are some beers that I do really like. Like I really like Corona, I really like Shock Top, I really like Kronenbourg Blanc. Oh, yes. Like those are my kind of vibes for beers. But I almost feel like I want to kill seltzers because I'm just like so like over them. I feel like they're just like been done for so long, and it's like all we drink whenever we're partying, and it's like that's like the party thing. So I feel like I don't know. I'm just like
if I'm just chilling, I'm not grabbing a seltzer.
That's just it, right? I mean? Like and with food pairing, like if I have like a burger or wings, like I want a beer, like Corona with a little lime.
Yeah, and like after like a day of gardening, like I just want to go in my fridge and grab a beer. Like I'm not going and grabbing like a White Claw.
No,
I don't know.
That'd be weird.
I feel like seltzers will come and go, but beer and wine will be forever.
I agree. That's that, and that's a wrap on that.
And that's that. And let us know, Nightmare, what you're picking.
If we have the Nightmare on, we will ask him.
Oh my god, we need to ask him that question.
We should ask him BMKs for different places in Ottawa.
Oh my god, imagine he's like, I don't know any of these.
Oh my god,
who picked this guy? Also, I just want to know, like, what was the interview
Mark
process
Sutcliffe,
like?
I guess. I don't know.
They're like, can you shotgun this beer?
That's so funny.
Yeah, like, okay, you're hired.
You're good. Okay, guys, thanks for joining us on another sunny Saturday.
Yes.
We're literally gonna be in Muskoka while you're listening to this. So,
my husband's turning 30. Finally, I feel like I've been.
Oh.
Didn't like that at all. He's like, he's not freaking turning 30 at all. No, seriously, I feel like I've been 30 for so long. I'm like, finally, you're 30. He's
beginning and end of the year. Boom, beginning and middle. But that's exciting. We can't wait to celebrate him and Nicole too.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.